here's pre-calc. It's problem CL 2-168. It says sketch a graph of the unit circle, then draw and label the following angles. Then state the sine, cosine, and tangent of each angle. So we have letter A is pi over 4. So I'm supposed to sketch a graph of the unit circle. So it's just going to be a sketch. Just draw a unit circle. Now pi over 4, I remember this. I remember that all the way around the unit circle is 2 pi. I know that halfway around the unit circle is pi. If halfway around the unit circle is pi, then this would be pi over 2, and here's pi over 4. So pi over 4 is kind of like our 45 degree. And I'll just show it as how we're opening up an angle from the positive x-axis. Okay, so that's how I'm going to show my angle. And then I need to find sine, cosine, and tangent. So I shouldn't have wrote the E on there. This one I have memorized. I know that sine of pi over 4 is root 2 over 2. I guess I just know that because I've looked at my unit circles so many times. If you want to, you can just look at your unit circle. So I know that this is cosine and this is sine. Like the x value is cosine and the y value is sine. And we've done some work with this where we actually used the triangle. Remember, this was the isosceles triangle, and we had little triangles and we fit them in there, and it was 45, 45, 90, or you can say it's pi over 4, pi over 4, pi over 2. Anyway, these side lengths, because this is hypotenuse of 1, these side lengths end up being root 2 over 2. Okay, so, and that's all sine is it's a side length. It's this height right here. Okay, so I'm just going to say it's root 2 over 2. And cosine was also root 2 over 2 because it's an isosceles. And tangent, I'll write it up here. Tangent equals sine over cosine. I guess I should put some x's or something on there. So sine over cosine, well, that's just going to equal 1 because like anything over itself is 1. So there's the first problem out of the way. The next angle measure is negative pi over 3. So I need the sine of negative pi over 3. I need the cosine. And I need the tangent. And I need to draw a unit circle. Now, if it has a negative sign, that means that we're going to open our angle from the positive x-axis, but go the wrong way. We're going to go down instead of up. And so pi over 3, I know that if I opened it up an angle halfway around, that would be pi. And if I opened an angle all the way around, that would be 2 pi. If I opened an angle just right to here, that would be negative pi over 2. Well, I know that pi over 3, that's like 1/3 of pi. So I'm just going to estimate it to be right in here somewhere. And I'm showing my arrow showing that I'm opening this way. And so pi over 3 turns out to be 60 degrees. And so it's like the 30, 60, 90 triangle. So you can just use it's okay to use your unit circle. So this one right here, see, this is pi over 3 right here. See, it's like 1/3 of this half circle's pi. So it's like cutting the half pi or what the pi into thirds. This one right here is negative pi over 3. So it's 1/3 of this bottom half circle, if that makes any sense. The half circle is pi. So I can just look right here. This would give me the cosine value, and this gives me the sine value. And those might look familiar because, like, you've got the root 3's and the 2's because of the 30, 60, 90 triangle. But at this point, it's okay to just use your unit circle. So this is going to be cosine, and this is sine. Which one do they want first? They want sine. So sine was negative root 3 over 2. And then cosine, we just looked at it, it was a half. Tangent is sine over cosine. So I'm going to do some fraction math over here. I know that sine is negative root 3 over 2, and cosine is a half. So if I multiply the top and bottom by 2, I get negative root 3. That's just some fancy fraction math. Okay, so these are my answers for the first problem. Here's my answers for the second problem. Okay, and then I'll do letter C on the next page, I guess. Letter C says 3 pi. Alright, my stuff's not organized how I would like. So there's 3 pi. So let's go ahead and draw the unit circle. There's x, there's y. So 3 pi, we always, unless it has a negative angle measure, we're going to open up our angle from the positive x-axis, and we're going to go, I guess that would be counterclockwise around. So this, I know that if I go all the way around, it's 2 pi. So let's count. It's 1 pi, there's 2 pi. That's 3 pi right there. Okay, so it's like 2 pi plus another pi, 3 pi. I know that's, and it's on this axis. So what are the signs? So sine of 3 pi, cosine of 3 pi, and tangent of 3 pi. On this one, I think I have it memorized. Like this right here, the sine and the cosine. Cosine is going to be, I think, -1 here, and sine is going to be 0. And if you can look at a unit circle and you would see. Okay, so I can just read it off. Sine is 0, cosine is -1. Tangent is sine over cosine. So it's going to be 0 over -1, which is 0. Okay, and that's all I have for you.